Hello, my name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California, and I'm getting ready to make this particular video file in order to be able to throw some tidbits of information out to you. And as a result of you hearing what I described, you can make your own decisions based on your own deliberations concerning my statements. And they are as follows. We have certain employment descriptions that are in the system that are supposed to be advocating for victims of crime. Yes, they're called the prosecutors, the district attorney's office, police officers, judges, yes, even social services workers. Now, since these individuals are in an employment description who are supposed to be advocating for victims of crime, why wouldn't they do so? So, I'm going to give you a tidbit of information concerning some of the crimes that have happened to me as a result of being a target of organized stalking, which is also termed as gang stalking. And it's not stalking by gangs at all. Hang on a second. Alright, let me make sure my tape recorder is running. I'm going to mention to you some of the things that have happened to me as a result of being a target of this crime. Some things are going to be omitted because of the simple fact that the organized crime that's in these employment descriptions will literally say and try to get me to open up about how these crimes happened to me, so then they can try and discredit the truth concerning the actual crimes that happened to me by trying to paint me out to be either some kind of a social deviant, or that I'm a threat to myself or others, or that I'm mentally ill, or that I made decisions that caused these crimes to happen to me, and then as a result of making these decisions, they were them trying to paint it that, well, you made bad choices and it doesn't appear that you can make good choices, so we better take syndicated control of you. So there are crimes that did happen to me that I cannot even state as a result of me being a target of gang stalking, because of the simple fact that it's organized crime in the system who will take everything I state and use it against me in order to try and actually achieve the original motivation of why the crime was initiated towards me. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams. This is organized crime that's in the system that is directly connected to these crimes, perpetrating them, making money off of them, and protecting them. And I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth. Please hang on a second. Now, you ask yourself this question. You don't even have to be an American to ask yourself this question, because these factual realities can apply to any human being. And they are as follows. How would you feel that if everything you owned was stolen from you and then divided up and given to the criminals who stole it? How would you feel that if you were tortured by these same people? How would you feel that if you were possibly sexually assaulted by these people, even raped? How would you feel that if these same perpetrators were directly responsible for getting you in debt, school loans? Yes, for also totally wrecking your credit, for making you homeless, for destroying at least 3 cars, causing also an additional one to be repossessed. Yes, these same individuals were also responsible for the loss of employment at many jobs, part-time jobs, because I'm disabled, I can only work part-time. Let's see what else. Major, huge, numerous physical assaults. And if you don't believe me concerning these physical assaults, go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus. Make sure you look at everything meticulously and slowly, everything that is in the description of that YouTube video. You'll see a blog's URL address that you can click on, and then once you get to it, go to an attached PDF link that's titled Assault 11. It'll show you that an assault was predicted by me 11 days before it occurred. Yes, in an email file, which was printed out, scanned, and then uploaded to a USB drive, and then uploaded to a blog, attached into a blog. And that email prediction file was also, on the day it was made, was also copied and pasted into a Word program, and then uploaded to a USB drive, which saved the date that it was made electronically. They went into my YouTube accounts and deleted all email files that holded numerous predictions from July 20th, 2011, 2 weeks before I came back to San Diego for the first time since 2006, on August 8th, 2011, up until the day of the assault, October 10th, 2011. Then MTS sent me an altered video. You can go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. Now, then you can look at how they created homelessness of targets. You can easily go to Google, and once you start researching gang stalking and extensively, you will come to understand that creating homelessness of targets is one of their main objectives. I got blogs in my backpack right now literally stating to that effect. Literally. literally. And if you go to Google and type this in, you will see that it is one of their main motivations, getting property owners and landlords on board to cause evictions, yes, or to try and motivate the target to move as a result of the non-stop harassment and break-ins of their apartment and at the apartment building, yes, and also mail theft and mail delayment of rent by their syndicated postal employees. I'm in San Diego. Even rent that's mailed certified mail return receipt. So, let's see, what are the other things? Because this video is actually about something else, and I'll get to that in a second. Let's see, had you assaulted on numerous occasions? Had you harassed everywhere you go, every single day, throughout the whole time duration of each place that you're at, while you're at it, harassed non-stop everywhere you go, every single day, non-stop, along all of your routes, in the same exact way? Yes, using anybody and everybody they can in the community to harass you through organized stalking, gang stalking, sensitization methods. While you're experiencing the homelessness, not even having a car to sleep in because they staged vehicle accidents, which can be Googled. They blacklisted you from part-time employment. They stage assaults for you to experience, rapes, and the total destruction of your life, and how they keep you isolated in these campaigns by rerouting your emails for help and rerouting your phone calls for help. Okay? Now, imagine you going through all of this for 11 straight years while you're homeless, because they literally perpetrate and cause the homelessness. That can be Googled extensively, and you will come to understand, if you took 1 week, 7 days, to research just this one aspect of gang stalking or organized stalking online, concerning the fact that they create homelessness as targets, in 1 week's time, you will be 100% completely convinced that that is one of their main motivations that they do. Undeniably do. Okay? So, how would you feel if all of your property, every single item of every single bit of your property was stolen by total strangers, people you don't know, as a result of them getting landlords and property owners on board? Then blacklisting you from employment so you can't even put your property in a storage facility and pay that off on a monthly basis. Yes, how you're harassed along all of your routes every single day by people you don't know, and how they set and craft this harassment up for you to experience, and then while they can also try to attempt to apply plausible deniability that it's not really happening to you and that you're crazy versus suggesting it is, just because of the simple fact that you're harassed at places by people that were there at places you go to before you arrived. Let me give you an example about how I've caught this simple-minded aspect of their organized stalking, gang stalking expeditions. Now pay close attention to the following, because it will show you that I have proven this crime is happening to me. Hang on. When I leave this specific area, okay, and I go to leave for the day, I'll make video files, and while I'm making the video file, I'll have the tape recorder running at all times. Okay, it's running right now. And in these video files, I'll show a picture of my cell phone, which shows the date and the time. Okay, then I'll make a statement concerning what I'll experience along my routes every day. I'll state in this video file that shows the picture of my cell phone, which shows the date and the time. So let's say right now I'm showing you my cell phone, and the cell phone is actually showing you 6/12/2013 at let's see, what time is it? Well, 10:26 a.m. Okay, I then will state in this video prediction file, let's see if I hear gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my god, gang stalker, gang stalker, gang stalker, oh my god, gang stalker, said around me along any of my routes, on any, for the day, because I make video predictions every day to this effect. Okay, I then leave this area and go to a bus stop. Now listen closely to this. The bus stop that I go to is the only last bus stop that you can get on for this specific bus route. In other words, the bus stop that I go to, once I leave here, the very bus stop that I go to is the last bus stop for this bus route before it gets to Old Town. Okay? Now I leave this area to go to that bus stop. Once the bus comes and picks me up and I get on it, it doesn't stop again until it gets to Old Town. Are you with me? Okay? So, when I leave this area to go to that bus stop, and then once the bus arrives, I put my bike on the bus rack, I then board the bus, I pay my fare by tapping my bus card, I go to sit down, and then people who are already on the bus start to say, gang stalker, gang stalking, oh my God, gang stalker, oh my God, crazy, weird, gang stalker, oh my God. They were already on the bus. So ask yourself this question. How do these people know that I have left to go to that bus stop at that specific time, waiting for the next scheduled bus, that same bus route to come to pick me up from that bus route? When nobody's at the bus stop when I arrive there to get on it with me to say it, okay? Nobody is standing across the street waiting for the 201 bus to go in the opposite direction, so they can't say that, well, this person saw you. We know you're being gang stalked, so they just got on their cell phone and start text messaging that you're at the bus stop waiting, and so therefore they put the people on the bus route for you to hear it once you got on it. No, because it was caught on days that there was nobody at the bus stop. At my bus stop or the bus stop across the street. Those people were already on the bus to say it, so I'd hear it once I boarded it. In other words, there was nobody at the bus stop once I got there to get on the bus with me, and there was no people at the bus stop across the street that could have, so they could say, well, we know you're being, if they ever finally admit that I am being gang stalked, you couldn't say that, well, a person who's involved in gang stalking saw her arrive at the bus stop, they started text messaging where she's at, and then they placed the people on the bus, so when she got on it, she'd hear it. No, because this also happened on days there was nobody at the bus stop across the street as well. So how did they know that I left this area to go to a specific bus stop? And then so once the bus arrived and I got on it, people that were already on the bus engaged in this method. Am I being tracked here? Am I? Are people getting up on the sidewalk that they're using? Mostly bicyclists that wear those, that follow the bike trails. Okay, I'm talking about people who are dedicated bicyclists that wear the, I don't know what you call them, the spandex stuff that literally shows like numbers and stuff on them. I'm talking about people who are into bicycling. Okay, those are the main ones that they're using to ride by me here at this area and say gang stalker as they go by. And how do they know when I go to leave this area to go to that bus stop is the question. Now, it's been caught on that bus route numerous times, and I've caught that bus route at different times each time. So how is that managed? Over at UCSD, during the months of May 2012 up until November 2012, I was being subjected to the same exact type of harassment at their Club Med restaurant, which is right up the walking pathway from Biomedical Library. At the Biomedical Library by library staff, people that worked in the offices behind the Biomedical Library counter, and people coming in and acting as students, and even a library security guard engaged in the same exact tactic and method. Yes. So, I've also caught it on UCSD bus shuttle services. I've caught it at SDSU. I've caught it at restaurant, movie theaters, grocery stores, bus stops, bus routes, trolley stations, and trolley routes. Even restaurants that I have visited for the very first time in my entire life. I walk in there, like say if I leave here today to go to an area that I have never been to before. Once I get to the area to, like, say, go to Walmart. I go to shopping at the Walmart, I leave the Walmart and then go to Arby's across the street. For the very first time in my life, I enter that Arby's. Before I enter it, I'll say, let's see if I hear gang stalking in there. Or oh my God, or gang stalker, or oh my God, or weird, or crazy, or possibly even another word. I walk inside of there and their management and employees are saying it flat out, wide out in the open. As I'm placing my order, before and after I place my order, and while I'm eating. So how is all this done? By people that are in places that I go to. UCSD tried to say that how can people be doing this to you? How can the library staff be doing this to you when they were already in the library that before you got there? Because I'm being tracked in real time. Do organized stalking and gang stalking expeditions engage in cell phone hacking? Well, you can go to Google and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking, where they use the microphone, feed my birdies, where they'll use the microphone, the speaker of your cell phone as a microphone. Ah. Now, do I make audio files every morning before I walk out of the side of this tent? I'm hiking in California. I'm saving for a mobile home. I'm not involved in any illegal activity whatsoever or any criminal activity whatsoever. So, if I make audio files and video prediction files at this area before I leave every day, is my cell phone being used as a microphone? Because I state in my video predictions I'm getting ready to leave for the day. Do you understand what I'm saying? If my cell phone is being used as a microphone, and they're hearing what I'm saying when I make my video prediction files, is that how they're able to be able to understand and ascertain when I'm leaving this area? And they've already ascertained my regular routes and regular routines in reference to where I go shopping at, where I go to use my, I bought a computer on May 29, 2013 at Staples, and as I was purchasing this computer, the same exact method was being utilized around me by Staples employees and people that come in and acting as customers. And I got the audio files to prove it. I got the audio files to prove that this occurred on buses, like I've already stated in this video, that picked me up, okay? So how was all this being crafted and achieved? Ask yourself this. How is it being crafted and achieved? How can I leave here and go to a bus stop and no other person is at the bus stop to board the bus at the same time I am with me? There's nobody at the bus stop across the street so nobody can say, well, somebody saw you and they just got on their cell phone and text message that you were at the bus stop, and so therefore they were over at you, because the VA hospital and UCSD are the only two last stop. Once this bus comes from Old Town, it goes to downtown and then circles back around and goes to the VA, but it stops off at UCSD on the way. Then it goes to the VA and then it circles back around to go back to Old Town. So how are they putting this crafted harassment on this particular bus route by people that are already on the bus for me to hear once I board it? How? How do they know that I'm at that bus stop is the question. How did they know what bus route I was on when those three teenagers got on the bus and admitted and engaged in organized stalking, gang stalking, physical gestures that they admitted to? Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass." That was the same exact bus route I was assaulted on. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on MTS bus," and then MTS had the audacity to send me an altered video. And why won't the San Diego District Attorney's Office investigate it? Organized stalking and gang stalking, what they try to do is apply plausible deniability that this crime is actually happening to you while trying to paint the picture that you're crazy. That's why UCSD Campus Safety said, how can these people be engaging in gang stalking towards you when they were already in the library before you got there? Really? Really? Well, how come I'm making video predictions at this location about what I'll hear before I go to UCSD concerning people getting around me and saying gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalker, oh my god, gang stalker, oh my god, being said around me? I'll predict I'll hear that in a video before I leave here, showing the date and time on my cell phone. I then leave here and go to UCSD and catch it all going on around me all throughout the whole time I'm there, and every last bit of it's caught on this digital tape recorder. Look at the videos above this one and below this one for that proof. So how do they know that I'm arriving over at the Price Center or any other building I go to in order to put this crafted harassment around me there? So, UCSD Campus Police and SDSU Campus Police, you can lie up and down the road all you want. Up and down the road, you can use your syndicated DA's office members and your syndicated prosecutors to protect your ass in reference to how you were gaslighting me to my face between the months of, I'd say, September and November of 2012. You can lie up and down all the road all you want concerning you knowing that this gang stalking is happening towards me, concerning the fact that your library security engaged in gang stalking along with your library staff, and how you literally gaslighted me to my face when I was talking to you between the months of October 2012 and November 2012. Lie up and down the road and attempt to call me crazy all you want, because these are methods of gang stalking. They try to imply that targets are crazy for what they're claiming they're experiencing, even though what they're experiencing is true. But this is how they try to deflect the truth that the target's telling by calling the targets crazy, by trying to apply these plausible deniability excuses of, Leslie, how can you be harassed in these ways by gang stalking when these people were already at the place you went to before you got there? So that's why I make my prediction video files about what's going to happen around me before I reach environments I haven't even gotten to yet, once I get there. And what I predict is caught on this, and it's been caught. Over 600 audio files it's been caught. So good luck to you and your skanky excuses. Understand this and be clear. I will never, ever, ever, ever stop until you're exposed for what you've done. My life is wasted every single day living in this expedition that your skanky ass is connected to, because of the crimes you're connected to. So I have made it my life's mission to expose you. Make no mistake about it, I will do it. Thank you, and have a nice day.